My son texted, "Mom, why does Dad have a photo of your headstone saved in his phone?" I read it 3 times before I understood what he was asking me. I wasn't dead. I was standing in my kitchen, holding a spatula. 8 years ago, my ex-husband Daniel took our son Eli during a custody exchange and never brought him back. I filed everything. Emergency orders, missing person reports, contempt motions. The court called it a custody dispute. The police called it a civil matter. I called it the worst year of my life, except it didn't end after a year. It ended after 8. Daniel had moved 3 states away, changed his last name legally, and enrolled Eli in school under a story so complete it had its own funeral. He told Eli I died of an overdose when he was 7. He told neighbors the same thing. He apparently told it so many times he started performing grief at dinner parties. I kept paying a private investigator twice a year whenever I had spare money, which wasn't often on a paralegal's salary. Nothing ever came back. I kept a drawer, not a room, just a drawer, with birthday cards I wrote and never sent. 16 of them by the time Eli turned 15. Then he texted a stranger's number that turned out to still be mine, because I'd never once changed it, just in case. We didn't jump straight to reunion. He was scared, and honestly, so was I. He sent me a photo of the grave his father showed him once at 14. A small marker in a cemetery 2 counties from where I actually lived. I sent him my driver's license, my old work badge, a video of me talking with today's newspaper visible behind me. He went quiet for 2 days. Then he called. "If you're really alive," he said, voice flat like he was reciting something he'd rehearsed. "Then you left. That's worse." I didn't defend myself over the phone. I told him to look up the custody case in his state's public court records, search my name, and read it himself. He did. Motions I filed, a bench warrant issued for Daniel that was never served because nobody could find him, a police report from the week he disappeared, my handwriting shaking through every line. He showed up at my apartment 9 days later, 17 years old, carrying 1 backpack. He stood in my doorway for a long time before he came in. He didn't hug me. He looked at the walls like he was checking whether they were real. Here's the twist that broke something loose in both of us. While going through Daniel's old email on a shared family cloud account Eli still had access to from childhood, he found insurance paperwork. Daniel had filed a claim on a life insurance policy on me, using a forged death certificate 3 years into the disappearance. $41,000. He'd used part of it for a down payment on a truck. Eli sat with that printout for a long time. Then he asked me the question that mattered more than anything else. "Did you ever stop looking?" I showed him the drawer. 16 cards. Every year, even the years I could barely afford groceries, I bought 1 card and wrote it and dated it and put it away, because some part of me refused to accept the story Daniel had built. He read every single one out loud, slowly, and by card 11 he was crying too hard to keep going, so I finished them for him. That was 7 months ago. He lives with me now, finishing his senior year at a new school under his real name again. The insurance fraud case is open. A detective calls every few weeks with updates that move at a pace that would be funny if it weren't my life. Daniel has not been arrested yet. He has, according to Eli, told mutual family members that I kidnapped his son back through manipulation. Eli doesn't call his father anymore, but he also doesn't call him a monster out loud. Not yet. Some nights I hear him on the phone with his grandmother, Daniel's mother, still trying to understand how an entire extended family kept a funeral story alive for 8 years without once slipping. I don't have an answer for him. I'm not sure anyone in that family does either, or if they'd tell us the truth if they did. Last week he asked me if I'd ever forgive his father. I still don't know what to tell him.